All right, we're live. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
The Hebrew Israelites back again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai. Before we begin this lesson, we're going to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh, Bahashem,
Bahasham
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Bahashem,
Bahasham
Bracha,
Rakah
Kodash.
Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles who we learned from. They are the leaders of all Israel today and the people and the prophets who we learned this truth from. Okay. They're the real prophets of these end times to show you the correct way to salvation before destruction comes, man. All right. Shalom to you, Israelites on the highways and hedges, giving up your body as a living sacrifice. Shalom to you for your diligence and your labor of love. Shalom. And shalom to Akwaf in order on the comment boards being silent in order, not like these other camps where the woman has liberty to post scriptures and just be all out of order, you know. The water for you being in order and being being obedient to your calling, man. Okay. Shalom. Shalom to you Israelites scattered abroad, meaning you Israelites that may look like these other nations. Shalom to you. That means that, you know, you could look like a so-called white man, Chinese man, Arab, East Indian, whatever, man. But if your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are indeed a Hebrew Israelite, okay? Because this thing ain't about color, therefore we're not the black Hebrew Israelites, as a lot of people like to call us in ignorance. We're just the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible, all right? Just had to get that point across. Now, in this lesson, we're going to speak about how the deceived and the deceiver are his, meaning the Most High's. If you are one that is following a false prophet or you're following Trump, which this lesson is mainly going to be about Trump, you know, that seems to be the hot topic of the year 2025, you know, it's coming with a bang and it ain't died down, okay? Every day it seems to be something new going on with this guy. You know what I mean? And how he's thinking he's saving America, he's making America great again, but he's really destroying it. And we're going to bring that out in this lesson and show you the effects of what he's actually doing, he thinks he's saving America, he thinks he's making America great again. But you know, the people that follow him are being led to the slaughter, they're being led to destruction. Okay, there's only one way to salvation and safety and life and peace, and that's through following Yahushai. And if you follow any other path, you're on the path to destruction, okay? So we're going to bring this out in this lesson. Lord willing, you edify. We've got a few clips to play, and we got a few precepts to add to these clips, all right? So, you know, stay tuned. Lord willing, you edified, all right? Now, I think what we're going to do first, we just right. Okay. So first off, we got a video that came that was released a few days ago on YouTube by somebody called Dabu7. Us in the know who he is. I personally have been following him since 2012 when all that Mayan calendar malarkey was going on. And that's the start of my awakening when I didn't come into this truth, but I was on the path to this truth. You know what I mean? I was on fire until I found the truth, you know, from that year on. But Dabu7, I've been following him since about 2012, and he brings out a lot of good information. You know, whether or not he's controlled opposition, I don't know. I don't really care. All I know is the prophets use the things that he drops, the information that he releases, we use it to edify the sheep, man, until the day that the Lord shuts us up, the famine of the word. Now, the first video I'm going to play is by Dabu7, so I'm gonna share my screen real quick and play this video, and it's going to show you that there's a famine coming, okay? Because we're going to speak about famine first. We've been speaking about the famine for a while, but now it's looking like it's about to really uh, start to play out, man. Okay, so check this out.
This is Dabu 7. We have what's being called a serious threat now affecting Georgia, as the state is saying that they're stopping all poultry sales across the board. This is affecting chicken, any feed or anything that goes into it, all the eggs. As you can see here, this is just one of many images here on the right of the shelves completely emptied out. We're seeing this all over the place. The link that I have here, you can scroll down it and you can see place after place after place. People are saying, is this real? And others are like, it's very real. There's an egg shortage. And as you can see on the left here, these are the notes and the letters that are being left to the people saying, due to this egg shortage, they are only letting people get 2 per family, including all varieties at this one store. It's a little different depending on where you go, but it's the same. The price is going through the roof. So they're trying to cite this situation out of Georgia as being the thing taking it to the next level. You can see there the price there as of Monday, and it just continues to go through the roof here in this instance. You can see here across the United States, the commercial flocks by state that have been affected thus far. It's California, Georgia, Ohio. And yeah, just a lot of people out there saying, yeah, this is ongoing if you're not paying attention, all over the place. Maybe you haven't been to the store in more than a week or so. Maybe you are seeing this and you're trying to figure out, how do I mitigate the damage? Well, I try to get some chickens this spring, and that will help for sure. But if you get them, you might want to hide them, because if the FDA or whoever knows you got them, they could try to come a knocking with their scam. Anyway, join me on the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where I'm talking about this and a whole lot more. 9 p.m. Eastern right here on Dabu77. Hope you all have a plan.
Right. So as you see, there's an egg shortage, and you got the government trying to keep people from having their own chickens because Esau's the devil. This is Order Abkeo playing out before your eyes, man. You know, they want to bring the chaos so that they can bring the order, because they know a lot of you are going to resist the MOTB, mark of the beast system, that they're trying to implement on society, on the world, man. Now, you think they ain't made preparations for resistance? They know that a lot of people know what it is. Okay, for a minute there on YouTube, they were censoring us to the point where if we mentioned microchip, they would have took our video down. Now they've relaxed on it because they have to. You know, we used to say MOTB. I mean, a lot of us still do for safety, just, you know, walking in wisdom. But, you know, nowadays they've eased up on that. But, you know, they're still pissed off that, you know what I mean, that we know what it is. And they don't want us speaking on it, but you know, this is why Esau's about to come down having great wrath, because he knows that he has short time, man. But let me bring out a preset real quick, because the scriptures did tell you that there was going to be a famine. Okay. And for those of you that don't know, this is where it's found in the Holy Bible, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 22, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Just like you saw in that Dabu 7 video, the shelves were empty. There was no eggs, probably a shortage of other things too. Okay. Now we've had shortages of food here and there and then all of a sudden it goes back to normal, and it's just a sign that, you know what I mean, of instability. We're not quite as the food chain isn't quite as stable as it was back in the days, man. Back in like the early 2000s and the 90s and stuff, you didn't have to, it wasn't even a thought. No one had any kind of worry of there being a food shortage. But now, in the midst of the beginning of World War III, we're living in very messed up times where our security is out the window, man. You know what I mean? So it says, and suddenly shall their sown places, these full shelves in the stores, in the supermarkets, the sown places appear unsown, right? Empty shelves. It says the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, because the scriptures talk about when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. You got to keep in mind when it talks about suddenly, it means that when shit hits the fan, okay, so to speak, when it hits the fan, it's gonna be suddenly, man. It's gonna catch you off guard like a thief in the night while you're all out partying and turning up, acting like shit's sweet. Then all of a sudden, it's gonna be chaos out here, because when there's no food, you're gonna see people get animalistic out here, man. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. So whether that's a real trumpet, we don't know. But we know that there's going to be a shit hit the fan scenario, where sudden destruction is going to come. And basically everyone's going to stop what they're doing, quit watching football, you know what I mean? Quit watching Love and Hip Hop and, all their soap operas and all that. They're gonna snap out of their delusion and get serious. But it's going to be too late for them that didn't listen, So it says that they shall suddenly be afraid. You're going to see grown men crapping themselves, man. All right. And check this out right here. 2nd Ezra 6:24. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Okay. So your friendship is out the window, because it's going to be every man for himself during that time. Friends are going to fight like enemies, especially if they know you got food or you're surviving somehow. You're looking more healthier than me. I'm looking like a skinny crackhead, and you still got a bit of meat on you. Where's the food at? We know you got food. They're going to be kicking down your damn door for survival, man. Okay. It says, friends shall fight one against another like enemies. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. So the whole world is going to be scared during that time. They're going to be full of fear, because it's going to be a shit just got real moment, man. It says the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So for a certain period of time, it's going to be a shortage of water too, man. A lot of people are going to die from dehydration. They say that you'll die from dehydration quicker than you'll die of hunger, man. And a lot of people don't know how to get clean water, man, because people, these people ain't built for this, for a system collapse, man. They're used to everything at their convenience, fast food. What does it say? Victuals shall be so good cheap. I don't know if you got that on deck, have you?
Let me see. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, you can bring that out then. Hold on 1 sec. I'll give you the screen. Slovakia. Yeah, if you Slovakia, 1 second.
Yeah, so this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Now, the great confusion has come into play, because obviously everybody's living a confused state right now, after, being under Joe Biden and him sort of, changing the definition of words, and you can have multiple, multiple genders and all this other stuff. You know, there's great confusion going on in the earth. But it says that the whole victual shall be good, so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, right? And that's what people think right now. The convenience, like my brother was just bringing out, the convenience of being able to just jump in your car, drive to the supermarket, and grab what you want to grab, right? You know,
Let's pull up that word victuals real quick. If you could highlight it and just bring up the definition of that real quick.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
No, hold on. I have to stop sharing it. Okay. Yeah. So victuals, food usable by people. Victuals, suppliers of food, provisions.
So food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So basically, what that scripture is saying, if you can go back to it real quick.
Why is it not? It's not allowing me to switch the screen. But 1 second, let me just share it again. I don't know why it's doing that.
It's all good.
Need to fix it. But yeah, it says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case." So food shall be so good cheap upon the earth. Like food, you know, it ain't overly. I mean, it is expensive now, but it ain't overly expensive. You know, paying what $10 for eggs is outrageous. But imagine paying 100. You know, imagine paying, you know, for a loaf of bread 200. You know.
And that's the kind of thing going on in Venezuela right now, hyperinflation. But that's coming to America.
Mm-hmm.
See, what this scripture is saying is that things are sweet right now, so people think it's always going to be like that, man. Especially these Edomites, they're proud as hell. They think they'll never come out of power, man. They think America's always going to be great, so-called great, right? When America's through, Donald Trump ain't making things better. You better lean upon scripture. You better lean upon the truth, which is Yahushua, rather than Donald Trump and his lies, his empty promises, man. Because victuals, food is so cheap upon earth right now. You can go to McDonald's, get a Big Mac for like a buck or whatever. I don't know what the cost of it is now. I'm sure it's gone up a bit since back in the day, but it's still cheap compared to what things are getting ready to be, man. You see, Dabu 7 just showed you there's no eggs on the shelf. What do you think the price of eggs? What do you think is going to happen to the price of eggs, man? That's about to skyrocket. Okay, because there's a big demand for it now.
Yeah, and just to add also, it says people that they shall think themselves be in good case, right? So they think they're good. But it says, even then shall evils grow upon the earth. And that's what we're starting to witness, right? We're starting to see a lot of evil happening in the earth. You know, the Trump is got these supremacists charged up right now, man. And they getting ready, man. Like they're getting ready to make their move, you know?
The thing is, like when it says in great confusion, that can go into there's many aspects of the confusion in this world right now. And it's only going to increase too. Because right now, a lot of people are looking at Trump as their great white hope, their savior, right? But when they realize that this man ain't saving shit, they're gonna be confused as hell. And when the Lord plagues America with more plagues on top of the wildfires and the hurricanes and the earthquakes that they've been experiencing and the floods and stuff, they're gonna be like, what the hell's going on? They're already in that state of confusion right now, but it's only going to increase. So these scriptures are undefeated, man. You know. So hey, good precept. Was there any more meat on that, or is that it? There was just verse 21.
Yeah, there is actually. Let me represent my screen. Yeah, here we go. I think I figured it out. Yeah, can you see that? So now I can switch between the screens. Okay, that's better. Cool. Yeah, so verse 22 says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." Right. So And it's going into the time of war, civil war, whatever war that's going on at the time. There's people going to be dying of starvation, hunger, the famine, and the ones that escape it, escape that famine, they're going to be destroyed in the war. Like, you ain't escaping the Lord's judgment.
Yeah, in a nutshell, judgment is going to find you either way. One way or another, you are going to die. You're going to perish unless you're under the Lord's protection, man. And unless you're, in the truth,
Right.
if you're steady calling on Jesus in the times we're living in now, it's a good chance. That's a good sign that you're not going to make it, man. You're going to be one of the ones that perish in what's coming, because there's going to be great violence in this earth, man. And that's when it goes into the sword. Somebody's going to murk you, man, for your food, for whatever, clothes on your back. Who knows, man?
Yeah, didn't it say in the previous scripture you brought out, like, friends shall fight one another?
Fight like enemies.
That's going to be,
getting ready
to be what it is, man.
It's getting ready to get animalistic out here, Yeah, you can go ahead and read that.
Yeah, so it just says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish with famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Yeah, bring out the next verse there.
Yeah. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down.
Yeah, man.
Going into total destruction. There's going to be so many dead bodies and dead people everywhere.
Burnt cars,
people are going to be laying in the streets, man.
It's going to be looking like Gaza City in Chicago and New York and all that, man. It's going to be crazy, man. And people don't think this is going to happen. They really think shit's sweet, man. They think Trump is about to save things. He ain't going to save nothing, man. He's deceiving you. He's leading you to destruction. Hence the title of this lesson. We got a lot of things we're going to bring out in this lesson to prove this point, man, that the deceived and the deceiver are his, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's, okay, the true God of Israel and his son. Okay, so if you're deceived, if you're among the deceived, hey, the Lord appointed you to be, that's just your lot, and the deceiver, the ones doing the deceiving, the Lord put them in power to deceive the simple, because contrary to Christian belief, the Lord don't want to save everybody, man. Okay, this truth is exclusive. It's only for the elect, okay, which is already predestinated. All right, now I'm gonna take your screen off real quick, add mine up. Let's bust out another quick video. All right. So this next video is basically showing you a result as to what's going on due to Trump and his deportation program, him deporting brown people at warp speed, man. You know what I mean? He ain't deporting the Chinese or the Ukrainians or anything like that. He wants you brown people out his country, because when he talks about make America great again, he don't have you in mind. You're not the America that he's talking about. So check this out, man.
I have good news and bad news. These grapes are gonna go up in value, like double the price.
It's the peak of the citrus harvest season in Kern County right now, but the industry is taking a hit after immigration agents conducted several operations last week.
Paisanos, así se mira ahora en los traques, mira.
Look at this now.
Sin ni un trabajador.
Nobody working. I've been saying for a long time that the smartest thing Donald Trump could do when he took office, nothing. Just take credit for an economy on the rise and go fuck off and play golf and just let people hoodwinked by his economy propaganda praise him for all the post-COVID economic recovery Joe Biden's been doing for 4 years. Real wages are up. Unemployment's down. Interest rates are coming down. Inflation's back to pre-COVID. Look at how good Donald Trump's doing. But instead, Donald Trump's going to be a xenophobe, deport an enormous portion of our labor force, and costs are going to balloon as a result. And the people, aforementioned, hoodwinked by his propaganda, are going to look at him, hopefully, and be like, "What the fuck? I thought you were gonna lower grocery prices. Grocery, the word that you made up. What happened to that? We haven't even gotten to the tariff part yet. Holy dude, you're doing so great. It's, let me check my watch, day 4.
See, and that goes into that great confusion, like he was saying, because Donald Trump, as a resort, and his followers, these MAGA Trump supporters, man, due to their racism, they're basically digging their own grave, man. They're blinded by their own racism, man, and it's gonna destroy them, just like these British people did when they voted for Brexit. They voted to leave the EU, man. As a result of it was all based on racism. They wanted foreigners and brown people out their country, right? Mainly the East Indians and the Jamaicans and stuff, and the Romanians. But they voted to leave the EU thinking that they were going to make England white again, right? Just like they're doing in America. These Edomites are the same worldwide, man. The nation of Edom. They hate us, right? So due to their racism, it's always going to backfire on them, because these people are foolish as hell. They don't know how to govern and rule shit. They don't know how to live in this earth, man. And they're just bringing about everyone's destruction. And all you dumbass jakes that are cleaving to them, all you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, all of you dummies that are cleaving to them, you're going to have to learn the hard way. First, you're going to be full of confusion, because you're going to be like, well, who do I turn to? What do I do if my great white hope has let me down? What do I do now? You dumbass. You should have listened to the prophets, man, because we've been telling you for the longest what you need to do to be protected in these times we're living in. Don't you realize you're living in the end of days? What did the Lord do the first time around when he destroyed the earth and hit the reset button? He flooded the whole earth. He didn't spare animals or children. And that's what's getting ready to happen again. The only people that are going to be saved are the elect, which is a remnant. The rest of you are dead ass, man. Dead ass, son. Anyway. So yeah, it goes back, he was saying the price of food is getting ready to skyrocket, man, because their crops are failing. You've got all types of drastic weather conditions, which Esau is trying to kick the ass out of it and say it's global warming, when really it's the plagues of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But he ain't going to admit that on national television. He ain't going to tell the world the truth. This man thrives in lies and deception, man. Did you have a precept you wanted to bring out?
Nah.
No? All right, let me play another video real quick, because we got quite a few. I want to fly through these. So check this one out real quick, and you're gonna see that things are not good right now, man.
I want to show you why it's a lot bigger deal than people are making it out to be, that farm workers aren't showing up to farms because they're afraid of getting deported. I've done that job and I know how hard it can be. Here's what happens when an average American goes out and tries to do that job.
So tired, I'm missing my own bag. I don't feel it in my leg, but boy, right in my lower back. I tell you there, and in my forearms, just from like this repetitive motion of like. So one of the workers asked me, he said, well, what do you think it would take for an American to come out here and do this job? And I think it would take like $30 an hour. Guaranteed, like not even based on the buckets that they get. And then when you go to the grocery store, your orange juice would cost $12. Because after being here, I tell you what, I don't think most of you would do this job. That's the fact. Sounds like it's time to go. so I wouldn't get paid for this one today because it's not full. Oh man. So now if you look what I made today, I only finished 3 bins, $28.50, $2.85 an hour over 10 hours.
Well, Morgan, time to go.
That's like 3 2/3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, was it easy?
Absolutely not. It was even harder than I expected it would be.
But you exceeded my expectations.
I did.
I figured you would have quit, but
Thanks for having so much faith.
You pulled through. You pulled through.
Let's go home.
Let's go.
I couldn't even imagine like having to do this every day, 6 days a week for your whole life. Very hard. 3 2/3.
Not too bad.
Not too bad,
For those days.
but not too good.
I know.
Yeah, not too good. After an incredibly long day picking oranges, I can't wait to go to bed. But it's Friday, and that's payday. So the bus makes a last stop at Plaza Mexico. Plaza Mexico is a one-stop shop for H-2A workers. It's a shopping center, restaurant, and bank all rolled into one.
Man, boy, they gonna have a hard time when they do that all day, every day in the kingdom.
Yeah, he goes through, man.
Yeah, these gonna struggle.
Yeah. Because they ain't built like Jake, man. These people ain't cut out for the work that Jake does, man. And when I say Jake, that's short for Jacob, meaning you children of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're some of the hardest workers on this planet, man. This is why they used us for free labor, and they continue to do it through the prison system to this day, man. They use us for free labor, basically, practically free. They get paid like what, $2 a day or something silly. But let me bring that out real quick. Bear with me. I'm gonna pull up Genesis 25. All right, let me add that to the stage. All right, here we go. Start at Genesis 25 and 22. Now, this is going into the story of Jacob and Esau. So this is when the so-called white man first came into the earth after the flood. All right. And it says, and the children struggled together within her, right? Rebecca's womb, because she had twins. She was having twins. So the children, Jacob and Esau, the so-called blacks and the so-called white man, were fighting in the womb because we've never got on since the womb. Meaning this is symbolic, meaning that we've never gotten along and we never will. There's never going to be peace between us, man. It just wasn't designed to be that way. We just, our spirits clash. So it says, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? Meaning she was having she wasn't supposed to be pregnant, but she had a miraculous conception, right? And she said, well, Lord, if you've blessed me with this miraculous conception, this pregnancy, why am I having these complications? Why am I thus, right? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. So she went to the priest to go to the Lord and ask why she's having these complications, right? And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. So although they were twins and they came from the same father, the Lord set it up because the Lord can do anything he wants. Yahweh Shem Yahushai made it to where it was 2 nations in her womb, the so-called white man and the so-called black man. All right. It says, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, meaning that the so-called white man and the so-called black man are two opposites in nature. Okay. It says, and the one people, and this is the point, the one people shall be stronger than the other people. Okay. So the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are stronger mentally, physically, and spiritually than the so-called white man, regardless of what they try to tell you, through their evolution, their Darwinism and all that. You know what I mean? Because that was all set up to try and make themselves seem superior to us, when really the fact that they're ruling is because they're more wicked than us. It's not that they're more superior. If you can live in this world in harmony with other races and be a peaceful person in the earth, that makes you by default more superior than a man that's wicked, goes around rape, robbing, and stealing everybody's stuff, man. That's a man that has a low IQ. Okay. So it says one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So, us working them fields, the so-called Mexicans working them fields, basically they do it, the Mexicans do it, the so-called Mexicans do it with ease compared to Esau, man. When he tries to do the same jobs that Jake does, he can't compete, man, because he's not as strong as us. He'll break down and start crying before the day is done, whining that he wants to go home. He can't do this. He can't handle it. You know what I mean? Because they're just not, they're not built like us, man. Even our bone density is stronger than these devils, man. Okay. Now let me show you another few videos on how Jake gets down when he's on the fields, man. Because can't nobody work like Jake. Esau can't do the jobs that Jake does, man. So therefore, when all these immigrants are deported back to Mexico and Guatemala and El Salvador and all that, Venezuela, America's gonna suffer from that, man. And it's all due to Esau's racism. It's about to backfire on him. Check this out, man. That's how it's done, Esau. Okay. Now, little side note, little personal testimony. I used to work alongside Issachar in America when I lived there. I've worked many jobs with Issachar, man, and they do work hard as hell. But I was able to keep up with them, and adapt to their work style and stuff like that, because I'm also of the seed of Jacob, man. We're brothers and we have similar characteristics, So I got along with them, you know what I mean? Didn't see that, didn't have any kind of racism or hatred toward them at all. I got along with them like they were my brother, man. Okay. And this is way before I knew that they were our brother. It just was a natural energy between us, you know what I mean? A natural mutual agreement between us, man. We got along because, we just have the same spirit. We're brothers, man. Okay. And this is like I said, this is way before I knew I was an Israelite, years before, But these people are our brothers, man. And we're stronger than these devils, man. Okay. Regardless of what they tell you. Let me show you another, because Hey, Jake be working in fields, man. Let me show you another one real quick.
You ain't sharing your screen.
So lucky I do that sometimes. Glad you caught it. I did that on my last lesson. All right, here we go. Check this out. You know, and this is why Esau loves our labor, man, because they can't nobody do it like us, man. You know what I mean?
The crazy thing about it is they don't pay them like hardly anything of what they're worth. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody else
Yeah.
gonna be able to do it in that speed, and they pay them like pennies on the dollar or something like
Yeah.
that, man. Like something stupid.
Mm.
It's like, man, you heard that guy in the first video that you played. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, this is at least a $30 an hour job."
Yeah,
Like,
$30 an hour. He was
like they ain't even
expecting.
getting that, and they're beating you. Like they're outpacing you, running circles around you like it's nothing. You know what I mean?
Because that's a lot of their arguments. They say they're taking all our jobs, right? But if they would have worked the jobs that Jake works, they wouldn't last 2 damn minutes.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's facts. I don't F your feelings, you Edomites. If you may be watching this video, F your feelings, man. It's facts. Okay, you have the odd hard worker among you. Yeah, I get that. But as a nation, you're a lot weaker than us, man. Okay, we know how to utilize our brain. Look how he had that basket tied to his head like that, and they're just tossing him back, man. Esau don't do things like that. Not to that level. Okay, they wouldn't. Nah. Esau. I've seen how Esau runs companies, man. They don't know what they're doing. They're like children. All right. Play one more real quick, and then we'll bust out some scripture. Let me share my screen again. I always forget to do that. All right. Check this out.
This is hard work, and not everybody can do this job.
Boy, that looks like some back-breaking labor, and they got to go through that whole field and do that.
Mm-hmm. But
You
look
know?
at them. They just do it without complaining. You know what I mean? They just do it to support their families. They're Issachar are some hard workers, man. Like you say, I'm a testament to that as well, man. Like they
Yeah.
are some hard workers.
And
Hands down.
they'll go home and they'll crack a cerveza, Negro Modelo, Corona with a lime, whatever. You know what I mean? And they'll still be in high spirits. You know, maybe have a cookout with their family, be playing their Mexican music and all that. You know, but they stay in high spirits regardless of the fact that they're working back-breaking work like that, man. So Esau, you can't compare, man, and you're gonna have a very hard time in the kingdom of heaven. It ain't for you, okay? The kingdom of heaven is not for you. You're gonna be working harder than that in the kingdom of heaven, man. In the sun, with no shirt on, getting burnt the hell up, man. Oh, we can't wait. We can't wait because you deserve it, man. Everything you've done in this earth, man. You got it coming. You really got it coming. Right. Now the scriptures I want to bring out is related to another video. So let me quickly let's play this one here real quick.
What percentage of your workers are not U.S. born?
Probably half.
About half?
Yeah.
How many hours does this go on?
It's 24 hours a day. You know, we could milk 8 hours a day, but it wouldn't be feasible or profitable for us to produce milk.
So you need workers like this year round?
Yes. Yes.
Governor Kristi Noem of South Dakota, her farm is just a few miles away. This farmer who voted for her, who voted for Trump, who still supports them, doesn't believe that they would round up immigrants and ask them for their immigration status, because it's an open secret that farms in this state are held up by undocumented workers. Are you worried, like some of your other farmers, that if there were a mass roundup of undocumented migrants, that you might lose workers? You might not have enough workers.
Well, the question I asked, how they going to do that?
And see, what you got to understand is the rulers of this world, the elites, which is Esau, Edom, right? They don't know what they're doing. Like, for instance, let's just take this as an example, right? We need oxygen to breathe. The trees produce oxygen, right? But this man's steadily cutting them down at an alarming rate without replacing them. You know, he does replace some. I'll give him credit where it's due, but he's destroying the earth more than he's replenishing it, man. So therefore, he's basically shooting himself in the foot, man. He's digging his own grave. And it's the same with this migrant thing, man. They're so fueled up on racism and hatred, talking about get these foreigners out of our country, deport them, and all that bollocks that they talk on a comment board all day, right? And it's only going to backfire on them, because when these immigrants these migrants are out of the country, right? If they had their way, then who's going to work these jobs, man? They're only going to suffer from their racism and hatred, man. They're being deceived, But what does the scriptures say? Let's turn to it, right? This is the book of Job, chapter 12 and 16. It says, with him, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is wisdom, is strength and wisdom, right? The deceived and the deceiver are his. So the ones that are deceived following Donald Trump, hey, the Lord put you in that position. That's your lot. And you people that lead our people astray, whether it's a Christian pastor or whether it's Donald Trump, the Lord set you up to lead them astray too, man. Okay? And this is something that Christians can't get their head around because they don't understand the Lord's judgments. Right? Let's see what else we got. Okay. All right. So that's the only preset we got related to that. So let's you got anything you want to bring out, or
no, I'm gonna keep it flowing. I've got some scriptures lined up, but they're probably not
ready for
ideal for where we are at the moment. Yeah.
No problem. Right. We got quite a few more clips and stuff to play, so we're gonna do that anyway, right? Because we're gonna show you who you're following, man, who you're praising. All right. So check this out. Check this out right here.
You cannot make this up.
I can't believe I forgot to bring something up in this video yesterday. In that video, I was talking about this Instagram post by Don Jr., where he is clearly disclosing that his father is a goat. And they sure like to put truth in plain sight, because Donald Trump is for sure a goat, a Judas goat. Now, you may be wondering, what's a Judas goat? Well, I would love to tell you. So, a Judas goat is a trained goat used in animal herding. Judas goats are trained to associate with sheep or cattle and lead them to a specific destination. In stockyards, a Judas goat will lead sheep to the slaughter, while its own life is spared. As we can see right here from this old photo where we have a Judas goat who has gained the trust of the flock, leading them to their demise. Now, it is self-explanatory where they got this name from: Judas Iscariot, the one who betrayed Jesus. I find it interesting how the disciples had no idea who the betrayer was. They thought Judas was saved, but in reality, he never trusted in Messiah. He had a facade, and he acted like he was a follower because he was stealing from the treasury. All he cared about was worldly prosperity, and he was willing to put on a facade to fool everybody to act like he was a Christian. Who does that remind you of? Now, there's some interesting differences between a sheep and a goat. A goat is more mischievous, more independent, and will try to escape, while the sheep is more of a flock animal, a herd animal, and likes to be together with a unit. So I find it very telling that Don Jr. is telling you exactly who Trump is. Just as the Judas goat leads the flock to its destruction, likewise, this Judas goat right here has gained the trust of individuals, but in reality, he is leading them to their demise. The ultimate demise of this future right here, which will be the Antichrist beast system of control and surveillance, where through technology and artificial intelligence will control humanity, leading people right into the Novus Ordo Secularum, or we know what he likes to call it, the Golden Age, where spiritually speaking, this is the Tower of Babel 2.0, uniting and connecting humanity to rebel against God.
Christians, man, they do like to harp on that Antichrist and all that other stuff, like it's a specific person. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know. They're deceived. They're deceived, and the deceiver are his, though.
mhm.
These Edomites ain't supposed to get it. When I play clips like this, obviously you gotta expect him to throw out the J word and all that, but and the Antichrist and all that. But you just gotta take the meat from the bones, because us of the hopeful elect, we ain't gonna be deceived anyway, man. So it is what it is, man. We use it for edification. I got another precept I want to bring out real quick. Relating to that video.
Yeah, because like when they're saying about Donald Trump being the goat that leading people astray, I mean, fair enough, he's leading a lot of Edomites astray. But then again, there you got the wicked of our people that's following after that as well,
And that's the only ones that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Because Edomites can't be saved anyway. You know what I mean? The whole fact that we're going through this is because we fell away from the Lord. That's why we're not ruling right now.
Yeah.
This whole shit show is set up for our punishment, man. But the Lord's gonna have mercy on us and deliver us from these devils, man.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is, right, you've got, all this confusion and anger and hatred that was built up under Joe Biden, had the people, had the people confused, angry, getting more angrier. And then like that guy said in that video, Trump's only been in office, well, he said 4 days, obviously it's a lot longer now, but he's saying within that short span that Trump has been sworn into office, he's made all these changes, and you've got all these people that are backing it and supporting him. And yeah, my Trump, he's looking at conquering, Canada and Iceland or Greenland, which I can never remember which one it is, but he's their hero at the moment. You know what I mean? The whole people are standing behind him. I see a post on social media where they were saying, "This is what a leader is supposed to be. This is what a leader," and I'm like, you guys are following the same demon. You know what I mean? He's just wearing a different costume.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Biden is a demon and Donald Trump is a demon,
Because they have people over them that give them their orders, man.
Yeah,
but these dumbass Americans can't figured it out.
Yeah, obviously, like you know, who those people are, you know, the 1948ers,
Yeah,
like
of
they have
course.
a lot of pull and sway in there, you know what I mean?
Of course. You know what I mean? Because every president has to hump the wall, man.
Exactly. So
But
he's doing all this stuff, you know, and people are following after him. But like you say, you know, the deceived and the deceiver are his. You know, the Most High. He's making them do this. He's making the deceived follow the deceivers. You know,
making a deceiver. Yeah.
yeah,
That's it.
exactly, man.
Let me bring this precept out real quick. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh,
What
curse
scripture?
be." Huh?
Oh, you Jeremiah.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah. I can see it.
All right. Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, whose heart departeth from Yahweh. Because these people don't lean upon prophecy. They don't lean upon what's written. Okay. They, for some reason, in their dumbass mind, they seem to think that they can bypass what is written. They can bypass prophecy. Prophecy says that the mark of the beast is coming, whether you like it or not. Nothing's going to happen. No voting for different people is going to bring about any change. There's only one place that you're safe, but our people, for some reason, cannot get their head around that because the Lord has blinded them, really, you know, ultimately. Let's bring out a precept on that too. Make the heart of this people fat, is it?
Yeah.
Heart fat. Do you know the precept?
I can find it.
That's all right. I can do it. I think that is heavy, is it? There we go.
Isaiah 6.
Isaiah 6 and 10. Let's see if there's any more meat on this. Yeah, there is. Let's go back to verse 9. Right, so Isaiah 6 and 9. It says, "And he said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not." So, you know, they have the ability to see us teaching this gospel, but it's not for them to understand. The Lord has put a block on them to where they can't get it. And this is what Christians don't understand. Salvation is not for everybody. There are certain people that ain't right, okay? And their lot is to be destroyed. They were born in vain. Read 2nd Ezra 9 and 22. You do have a large multitude of people in this world that were born in vain, okay? So Isaiah 6 and 9, it says, "And he said, Go and tell this people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites, hear ye indeed." So you hear the gospel, you know, you could be watching this lesson right now. You still ain't going to get it. It says, "Hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not." So, you know, the scriptures always talk about he that have ears to hear, let him hear, and eyes to see, you know what I mean? Meaning that if you possess the ability to understand, then this is speaking to you. But it's not speaking to everybody because there are certain people that the Lord has put a block on, man. So you have it right here. Let me go to the next verse, right? Isaiah 6 and 10. It says, "Make the heart of this people fat." Your heart is your mind. It says, "And make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed." So the Lord is basically, in a nutshell, saying that he don't want them to get it. You know, it's all about predestination. There are certain people that are just blessed. They didn't do anything to make themselves of the understand. They were just born that way. The Lord formed them in the womb that way, man. Okay. You know, we can go deeper on this, but that ain't exactly what this lesson's about. and we don't want to go too off course, but that's what's going on, man. So the Lord said, make the heart, the mind of this people fat, make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, right? You don't want them to get it. He says basically, unless they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. I don't want them to get it, is what he's saying, right? So we'll leave that there, man. So going back to Jeremiah, cursed, thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. So if you're trusting in Donald Trump to save you and to make America great again, and this and that, then you're cursed. You're not blessed. Unfortunately, it was just your lot to be born and be the seed by Donald Trump. So cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, whose heart, meaning their mind, departeth from Yahweh, because you trust in Jesus. You trust in Trump. You know, you trust in this political system, man. So I'll leave that there. Let's, you got anything you want to bring out?
Yeah. So let me just have a look.
Let me share your screen real quick.
Yeah, so this is Isaiah 31 and 1.
Yeah.
Basically, it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. You know, and that there is such a wise statement, because it's like, yo, you're looking to Donald Trump and these deceivers for all the answers to help you. There ain't going to be no help coming from them. You know, you're not going to get any help, receive any help from following after Donald Trump. All right, so it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many. And in horsemen, it's lucky. Yeah,
what's Egypt?
Egypt is, well, Babylon, aka America, spiritual Egypt.
Yeah, Khan. Yeah. So for you out there that don't know, when it says Egypt, it's not talking about ancient Egypt. It's talking about America. So when you trusting in this political system, basically voting for Kamala or Trump, like you did, like dummies, that the dummies you were, okay? If you was one that said there's no point in voting because they're both two wings of the same bird, right? You know, they're all a part of the same system. They all have the same agenda, right? Presidents are selected, not elected. If you were one of the ones that said that, then you have some level of wisdom about you. And you could potentially understand this truth if you're of the elect. But it's only wise people that we're supposed to teach anyway, man. Because, you know, if you go down to Egypt, being America for help, then you're screwed. Let me just, I'll let you come back to this. I just want to show them real quick what it means by Egypt. Right. And that's in the book of Revelation, just to prove our point. I don't want you to just take our word for it. We'll let the scripture speak. What was it, 11 and 8? We'll come back to that. So this is Revelations 11 and 8, right? And it's talking about the Israelites. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, right? Because America is also known as a great city. There's many names for America, right? It says, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Sodom, the reason it's spiritually called Sodom is because it has the same spirit as Sodom and Gomorrah, where they try to force other countries to take on their LGBTQ NMNOP agenda, man. Okay. Where they commit abominable acts before the Lord, man. Okay. And they push it heavy upon other countries. You know, it's full of confusion and perversion, where they're talking about there's like 18 genders or something like that, man. That's ridiculous. There's only 2. Okay. So, and the fact that it's called Egypt spiritually called Egypt too. If you look on the back of your dollar bill, you're going to see a pyramid with an eye at the top, man. And that ain't on there by chance or coincidence or because they say, oh, that's just nice artwork. It just looks pretty. It gives it a nice touch. No, man. These elites know what they're doing. They know what America is. They know the prophecies, and they know that America is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Egypt meaning the place of our captivity, our second house of bondage, where the second Exodus is mainly going to come from, man. It says also where our Lord is crucified, meaning where Yahushua was X'd out, and then they set up that image of Caesar Borgia, which today you call Jesus Christ, okay? So I just had to bring that out just to make that point a bit clearer for those that might not understand. I'm going to bring you back to the stage real quick. And then if you start from the top again.
Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. And like my brother just brought out, Babylon, aka America, is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, right?
So,
and just quickly, let me pull this out, because I think obviously it's good to just keep doing the edification. I believe it's Exodus 22, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. It says, I am Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is synonymous with the house of bondage, right? And when you go into the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, right? So I'll just quickly go there.
Yeah,
28 and
68.
68. And these are milk scriptures for people that are just coming into the truth. Like, a lot of these scriptures, they hit home. But when you look at the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 28, I think from 15 on down, you'll see all the curses that befell the children of Israel for being disobedient to the commandments of the Lord. And you can see those curses and fit it to the people group today, because it says those people that are under the curses, they're going to be, subject to those curses until Yahushua returns, right? So you can look at the people groups today, because they changed their names. Obviously, they refer to them as color groups now. So you're white, black, Hispanic, Latin, and so on and so forth. But you can look at those groups and you can see the people that fit these curses are the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, right? They're the ones that fit these curses, from Deuteronomy 28 and 15 on down to 68, right? And it says here, right? And I'm going to read this scripture. It says, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now, obviously, you can say that, and you do have some other nations, some scholars saying, well, all nations went into slavery on ships, but this is talking about a people group. You know what I mean? When you read all the other curses, you can see exactly that this is talking to a specific people, the Israelites, right? It says, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, right? So that's how we sort of get the understanding of being in this captivity in America today, because we were sold in America. So that's another point to bring out in regards to Egypt being a house of bondage. We going into Egypt again on ships and being sold. That happened to our people, the Israelites, right? So that's how we understand that, in the book of Revelation, it's talking about spiritual Egypt. And then also in the book of Isaiah, when it's talking about Egypt here as well. So just to give you a long-winded explanation of that, just to dive a little bit deeper into it. But this is Isaiah chapter 31, and I'll start from the top, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. Right? These are the ones that are rather put their trust in America's system, Trump fixing everything, getting everybody's lives back on track, making them money again, you know, bringing prices down. Yeah, you didn't trust in the Lord, you trust in Trump. And what look to see what will happen in the future because of that, right? That's why you have the men of the Lord here, you know, telling you to come back to the Lord while you still have that opportunity, because you know, when it all hits the fan, you're gonna realize that putting your trust in Egypt, you know, it says, "Whoa, destruction to them that put their trust in America for help." Basically, is what it's saying, you know. So, you know, I wanted to bring that precept out because, again, you know, this ties into the lesson: the deceived and the deceiver are his, right? Because the deceived, the people that are following after this system, they're deceived, and the deceivers are the ones that are controlling the country right now, or the hand of the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, as pertaining to Job 9:24. You know, the Edomites, right? So that was a long-winded explanation, but it's lucky. I just wanted to bring that out, bring it home.
Yeah, Khan. So our people don't seek to the holy. They don't. It says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. You know, because our people trust in the system more than they trust in their power, man. You know, our people steadily seeking justice from the oppression that we're facing in this world, and the mistreatment of our people. You know what I mean, on all levels, and the only way to go about it is coming back to the Holy One of Israel, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's the only way. That's our power, man. That's where our power lies. You know, following Donald Trump is only going to lead you to slaughter, man. So I'm just going to bring out a preset real quick, and then we might bust out a video or something. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and 3. It says, "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib," an ass being a donkey. So animals, basically, in a nutshell, animals know their owner. Sheep, you know, they know their shepherd, right? It says, but Israel, talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, it says, Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider. See, because you're steady calling on Jesus. That's not your master. That's not your master's crib. Okay, that's not where you're safe. You got to understand the devil rules this world. If Jesus was your savior and Christianity was the place to be, then why does the devil, Esau Edom, allow churches and Christianity to thrive in this world? He funds that. He'll steadily throw money at that because he knows that that's the place where you think you're getting the truth. You're being led further away astray, man. You got to understand there's a lot going on in this world, and these Christian pastors ain't got the answers, man. Donald Trump ain't got the answers either, you know?
Yeah, and if I could add as well, you need to be very careful with certain camps that come with the government assistance, like the 501c3 charters, you know?
That's it, yeah.
Because that's being funded by Esau Edom. You don't know what they're being told to teach on behind closed doors.
That's it.
You know, the truth is always going to come to light, right? No matter what, the truth is always going to come to light. So you'll notice when the truth is being pushed out there and things are becoming more and more clear as we go on, you start to see that some of these doctrines change up a little bit to match, to make it seem like, oh yeah, we're on board, but still teaching, you know, falsely or deceitfully. You know, these are things you've got to keep your eyes open for. You know, because if obviously you ain't aware, you'll be learning something that's gonna lead you to your destruction.
That's it, Hosea. Yeah, Khan. I want to bring this out real quick. This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest unto me, no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. So don't think that the Lord loves the sinner. He hates the sin. He just loves everybody. You know, you're saved by grace. You can just live how you want, and the Lord is just gonna be there for you if you call on Him, which you people call on the wrong name anyway. Okay, so that goes hand in hand with this precept. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Who's His people? Anybody clapping and singing in a Christian church? Is that His people? No, the Israelites. Okay, Israel is His people, man. So it says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Right. So when we try to give you the knowledge, you know, we're trying to snap you out of simplicity, right? You don't want to hear it. You want to hear smooth things. You know what I mean? You want to hear that Trump's going to make America great again. Well, that ain't reality, man. That's not prophecy. That's not the truth. Okay. So we're going to give you the ugly truth, whether you hear or forbear, whether you receive it or not. We don't give a damn, because this is only for the elect, and the sheep of the Lord are going to hear His voice, man, which is coming through the prophets. Okay. And we're telling you that Donald Trump is a deceiver. He's an Edomite, and Edomites are your enemies. You still got that precept on deck, Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Yeah.
Grab that real quick. I wanna break that down real quick. So
Yeah,
it says in Yahweh.
Oh yes, go on. It's like here.
It says, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it says, "And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt, bondage, slavery," right? Again, with ships, transatlantic slave trade. It says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, right? It says, "Thou shalt see it no more again," meaning our homeland, right? The land of Israel, which they stole from us. It says, "And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies," not your friends, your enemies, okay? So the nation of Edom, wherever we got off them slave ships, which was the so-called white man mainly, right? The Bible is calling them our enemies, okay? You need to separate from them, okay? Because they're not your friend. When they talk about, "I'm not racist," no, they are, okay? Don't let them lie to you, because they're natural born liars. The Bible even says that. Do you trust in the Bible? You trust in the Lord, or you trusting in man? Okay? We're not coming out of our own words. We're showing you what the Bible really says, what Pastor Porkchop can't bring out because he's under a 501c3, man. It says, "Therefore ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, slave man and slave woman, and no man shall buy you," meaning redeem you. But the point being that the nation of Edom is your enemy, okay? There's many precepts to back that up. We ain't gonna go that far as of now. For now, because that ain't really what this lesson's about, but I had to touch on that. So what I want to do now, I'm gonna come off of yours. Let's go back to mine. We're gonna bring out another clip or something. Let me show this image right here. This makes me laugh. This is our people right now. That just looks terrible, doesn't it? It don't look right, man. What's this thing here? Is that a man with the yellow hat? Is that a dude?
I have no idea, but like you know, you can tell all of them are, you know, Christians. You got the guy on, I guess, the left hand side of Trump, clean shaved, you know, edge up, guy in the back, you know, shaved, bald, not keeping,
they're all wearing their suits.
Yeah. You got the guy behind the woman in the red with his, I guess, his hand on Trump's shoulder. You know, he got that clean edge up. You know what I mean? I think razor sharp edge up.
Yeah, man.
None of those, you know, they're of our people, you know, Israelites, but they ain't following the commandments. They're doing the what the scripture was saying before about, you know, putting their trust in Egypt, and they seek not the Holy One of Israel.
Mm.
You know, that's what all these people are doing, basically. You know, you have the Israelites out here bringing them the truth, the raw, uncut truth, and they reject it. They reject it. People like this reject it.
Yeah, and
you
this
can't
image,
say all nations, all people. It's not true.
And this image it speaks volumes. It represents that precept we brought out, where you make flesh your arm and you trusting in Pharaoh. You know what I mean? Did we bring that one where they trusting in Pharaoh and the shadow of Egypt? Did you bring that one out?
No, I don't know. I don't think I did.
Let me bring that out real quick. But that image is powerful right there because you know you just feel in your spirit that that's off, even if you didn't understand the truth. Isaiah 30:1. I should know these scriptures. I'm just terrible, man. Terrible at remembering. Right. So this is Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin," right? Which is iniquity, right? So the rebellious children are you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Because you take counsel of the system, Democrat, Republican system, right? You trust in this government. They do not have your best interest at heart. We're here warning you and showing you what's so evident. It's so evident that the system doesn't care about you, but you still think that voting is going to make a difference, man, rather than leaning upon prophecy. What's written in stone by the Lord is what's going to prevail, man. And any of you that try to find another way for salvation, you're deceived, and you're making yourself an enemy of the Lord, man. The Lord that you claim you love so much. You packed up in the Christian church, I love Jesus and all that. You're highly deceived, high level deception. The Lord said that he would choose your delusions, man. You know?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that image, you know, because they put their trust in Trump, and didn't Trump just sign an executive order to repeal or draw back something? I think it's the DEI, something like that.
Yeah,
pull it back, and then also, you know, cancel critical race theory and Black History Month.
Black History Month. So how's that working out for you?
Monkeys.
How's that working out for you silly Negroes, man?
That's what I mean. Like you put your trust in him, and now none of us can celebrate Black History Month. Great, you know. I was looking forward to celebrating. It's like literally a couple of days away, man.
Yeah, he did it just in time, didn't he? All these niggas shucking and jiving, man. Look where it got you,
man. I was waiting to see what new slavery film they're coming out with.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, filmed by Tyler Perry or some shit. You know what I mean? Tyler Perry and Slave for a Day.
So it says, "Woe to the rebellious children," right? "You foolish Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that trust in Trump, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit." You think you're safe under this system, not under the spirit of the Lord. It says that they may add sin to sin, right? And it goes on to say that walk down into Egypt, America, bondage, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, which is the modern day Pharaoh now is Trump. Whoever's in office, right? That's the Pharaoh, right? It says, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You trust in the spirit of America, which is dying. Hence the slogan, "Make America Great Again," because it's through. But you trust in it. You think it's going to revive. You think Trump's going to revive America, man. Delusional. It says, therefore, shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, trusting in Donald Trump. You're going to realize, because when you realize he's going to let you down, it's only a matter of time if you haven't figured out already. Some of you are a bit slow. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust of the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So when the scriptures we read earlier talked about a time of great confusion that we're getting ready to come into, this is part of it. This is what's going to bring it right here. Is because, you know, when you think Trump's going to make America great again, but he doesn't, it backfires, trusting in man, then, you know, you're going to, these words are going to eat you up that we're bringing out, the words of the Lord, man. You're going to realize that you was highly deceived and you should have listened to the prophets, man. Oh, did you couldn't even see that, could you? You didn't even see the precepts, did you?
No.
Damn it. I wish you'd have said something. One sec. Let me let me go back to that. Where was that? I think it was that one, wasn't it? Yep. Let me go back to verse 1 again. Let me read it over again. Salakia, Akim. 1 second. Right. So it says, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Okay. And Salakia for that. I didn't. Sometimes I I forget to add the my screen to the stage and show you what I'm reading. So Salakia for that. Although you could hear, I want you to see what I'm reading right here. See the precepts. So let's go through it real quick. That walk to go down into Egypt, America, and have not asked at my mouth. So you don't trust in the Lord, you trust in America. It says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, meaning modern day Pharaoh right now would be Donald Trump. It says to trust in the shadow of Egypt. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right? I think that's it. Yep. Salakia for that. I ain't trying to waste no time up here. That was my bad. Right. Let's go to let me see what else I got here. All right. So this is an example of somebody trusting in the Pharaoh, which they're gonna when they realize that Trump ain't gonna save them, they're gonna be full of shame, like the scriptures said, because the scriptures don't lie. Okay, check this out, man.
Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, please. Please get the Supreme Court justice away from us, people. Donald Trump, if you can hear me, please. Donald Trump, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, please. Donald Trump, when you get born into presidency, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Please overturn it. Donald Trump, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, if you can hear me, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Please save TikTok. The low taper fade meme is going to go away.
Oh, it just gets worse and worse, man. But
I can't tell if that was a skit or not, but it's still funny. But like this goes to show you, like I was saying earlier, Donald Trump come back, and now TikTok's up and running again. So all those people that were worried about losing their ability to make money, side money on through TikTok and that, Trump's come along and he's brought it up. So it makes him look like he's the you know what I mean? Like he's the one that's come to save the day.
Clowns, man. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Clowns. You know what I mean? And because these people are bugged out and delusional, man. They're full of confusion, man. For one, he don't know how to pray right. He's got his hat on. He's repeating. He's doing it on camera for the world to see. There's many things wrong with that. And last of all, if he's not an Israelite, he's no point in him even praying, man. Wasted prayer. But because he's not their God, man. He's if he's an Edomite, which I believe him to be, could be wrong. Can't judge by appearance, but he's through, man. And this is the hope of those that trust in the shadow of Egypt, that trust in Pharaoh, man, that trust in man. Okay, if you don't trust in the Lord, that's the condition you're gonna be in when shit hits the fan during Jacob's trouble. You're gonna be just as lost and bugged out as that guy in that video there. When the elect men of the Lord are gonna know what's going on, they're gonna know their power. They're gonna be in a whole nother mindset than that bugged out guy that you saw in that video, man. It's that classic video, LOL, Holden's memories. Brother, we going to be laughing in the kingdom.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Lord willing.
Lord willing, yeah, Yehoratazah. Right. Anyway, shalom to you, bro. The water for joining. Lord willing, you're edified. I want to bring out another video now real quick because we got some more juicy stuff to bring out. Now, Donald Trump truly thinks he's the chosen one. Check this. You remember he said this during his first term.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Yeah, remember that.
He's the chosen one to lead, who the Lord don't want astray. So he's right in a sense. He's chosen for a specific purpose. He's not chosen to be a savior, though. You know what I mean? He's gonna get shit popping, man. He's gonna bring this chaos that's coming, man. Okay. Because let's see, what are we gonna bring out next? There's so many things here. What was this? Oh yeah. Check this.
Go on.
Huh?
Is that another one? Number 12. Was that another one of somebody crying for?
Yeah, Selena Gomez. She's just.
Oh, she's crying. Yeah. Okay, I know what you mean.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children.
Picture of Trump.
I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do.
To see what I mean through, man. These people are in a state of mad confusion right now, man, because they really thought he was going to save them. And you see how stable we are during this time? We didn't invest in this, man. That's why we can sit up here and laugh about it. The Lord said, my servants shall laugh, but ye shall be sorrowful. I don't know if you want to try and grab that real quick while I'm bringing out these videos. But yeah, man, that's what's going on. These people are through. While we ain't in that mindset of being all sorrowful and crying for these immigrants and stuff, man. These people that are getting sent back home and their families getting divided and all that. You shouldn't have trusted in this system. You get what you get, man. And I know that sounds cold, but hey, you gotta be tough in these last days, man, because these people that trust in this system, they deserve what they get, man. You know what I mean? Let me bring this out. Oh, have you got that precept? Have you?
Yeah.
All right, let me bring that out quick.
It's in the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 12, right? It says, therefore, will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Right? So all these tears that are being shed right now, it's because they chose to ignore the Lord, man. They took the Lord for a joke, and now the Lord's about to set them all up for the slaughter, right? That's not the scripture that you wanted, but I'm leading up to it, right? This is Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, therefore, thus saith thus saith the Lord, power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Right? It goes into the famine that we were speaking about earlier today. You know,
That's
the
right.
men of the Lord that are seeking after the Lord, bringing out, you know, the scriptures, the breakdowns, feeding the flock, you know, fishing for the hopeful elect or the elect, you know. You know, we're doing the will of the Lord. We're doing the service of the Lord, right? So it says, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. And, you know, that's talking about the wicked out there that refuse, and our people as well, that just refuse to listen and hearken unto the voice of the Lord. It says, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty, you know. Keep reading. It says, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. You're going to be ashamed, man. You're going to be in.
And what are we doing right now? We're rejoicing, man.
Rejoicing, that's right.
We're like, I told you so, see?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we're fine with all this that we're seeing. Hey, it ain't us suffering because we trusted in the Lord, man.
And we still, and you know, Lord willing, you know, the Lord keep us in that spirit. We're going to remain that way, you know. And it says, right, Isaiah 6:5-14, this is the point. It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart. We're singing this new song. We're loving it, you know. It says, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Like that girl's spirit, Selena Gomez, her spirit is vexed right now. You know, I mean, she ain't even seen the worst of it yet. She's just seeing the beginning signs of it. Ain't even got to the point where, you know what I mean? Like all hell breaks loose and the famine actually kicks in. She's gonna be crying, you know, crying big tears, you know. And that's why, you know, it's a good safe bet to bet on the Lord, man. To bet and follow the Lord, man. Even when people look at you like, oh man, these are those crazy, you know, black Hebrew Israelite cult Power Rangers, like whatever they say, man. Hey, let them keep speaking, man. We're gonna, you know, if you call me a Power Ranger, I'll be that. You know, I'll be that for the Lord, man. You call me a bum, a hobo, whatever, crazy cult. Yeah, I'm all of those things. But when the Lord's taking care of us, I'm gonna be laughing while I'm eating a chicken drumstick and you starving to death.
Yeah. While I'm playing another clip or something, can you grab the incredulity of them that like not the incredulity? Yeah, let me bring out something real quick. The first you grab that. Because it don't matter if these people don't believe us, you know, the scriptures said that they're gonna be ashamed, man. And we're gonna be in good spirits during that time.
Right.
Now, right here, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to show you who you're following, who you trust, right? Because the signs are everywhere. Check this out.
Yep, we're all a part of the club.
And you got a lot of ignorant people that say that they do that for relaxation or meditation or it brings calmness or I don't know. There's all kinds of things that people say that that's about. But these people are clowns, man. They're ignorant. They're dumb. They're blind. Okay? Because they don't know how these elites get down. They've got all kinds of hand symbolism. Ain't no way all of them are doing that because they're all old. Yeah, it does relax me. Putting your fingers like that does not relax you, okay? Doesn't do anything. All you're doing is putting your fingers together. It's not doing nothing, man. Don't fall for that. These people are playing you like idiots, but you believe every word, man. The simple believeth every word, right? You people have no clue how these devils get down. Check this one. This one ain't got no sound to it, but it's just another one I came across. See what I mean? Boom, devil horns right there, man. Oh, Kekius. Kiki.
Kekius.
Demon, man. And that's that. What he says on the back is New World Order, basically, right? On the back of his jacket. That's his mother right there, Elon Musk's mother, throwing up the all-seeing eye constantly.
This is like damn Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, yeah. She's just another Edomite, man. Another wicked Edomite. These are the people ruling the earth. These are the people you trust in. You trust in Trump and these, you know, his crew. These people, man. They're out in the open with their Satanism. Okay, they telling you to your face that they worship Satan, but you trust in them to make America great again. The scriptures talk about America ain't gonna be great. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Let me grab that. I'll let you bring out what you got while I'm looking for this preset real quick, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is the incredulity. So this is 2 Ezra chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." Now, this is going into what I was saying before, you know, how you have people that, you know, speak against you, like call you crazy, say you're in a cult. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee." Don't worry about what they think about you, and let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So we're going to look into that word, incredulity, right? And it means the state of being unwilling or unable to believe something, right? So that's what the word incredulity means, is, you know, the state of being unwilling or unable to believe in something. So it says, fear not, basically what it's saying is, fear not what they think about you, and let not their unbelief, you know, the fact that they don't want to believe what you're saying, trouble you. Basically, don't let it weigh on your mind, right? So it says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee," right? It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness," right? So they're all going to end up meeting the judgment that the Lord's got prepared for them. You know, my brother was saying before, the Lord don't want you to get it. You ain't going to get it. You're going to have a blueprint, hand sealed letter directly from an angel, and you could show it to somebody. If it ain't meant for them to get it, they ain't going to get it. You know what I mean? So it says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness," right? Now there's more to bring up. I don't know if you want me to. Matter of fact, yeah, I will. I'll bring out in the next scripture. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine." There's that famine that we were talking about at the start of this lesson, death and destruction, right? And it says, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled," right? So the wicked have just, you know, they've gone beyond the point of no return, you know, and they're getting worse. And now we're about to enter into that time of Jacob's trouble, and we can see it happening. Like, you know, hook, line, and sinker, here we are, you know. Now you're starting to see the world crumbling, and you're starting to see the elites, the power elites emerging. They even said in the I think it was the Trump's inauguration, when they're in the building, they were saying on the news, you know, you had Jeff Bezos, you know, Bill Gates, and you know, all the elites and everybody in one section. I think Facebook guy, Zuckerberg, had them all there, and they were saying these are the leaders of the new world order, you know, just blatantly out in the public, just saying it like it was just, you know what I mean? Like these are the people, you know,
they're the richest people in the earth, but they're the lower elites still. But
Yeah.
they have a lot of pull in America and politics and stuff like that, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they might be able to, you know, get an extra stake or something when you know the whole world is enslaved, but they're still going to be enslaved as well. you know, and that C hip, you know, they're all gonna have it. Oh yeah.
Guy said, brother said, did you see Elon Musk throwing up the Hitler sign? Yeah, we saw that. The
Yeah,
whole
man.
world saw that, man.
Yeah, and
And you got
it's crazy if you
Edomites.
think about it as well. Like when Kyrie Irving just posted the link, you know, the whole world went against him, man. Like, you know, the 1948s. Elon does that, and he's just showing affection. He's showing, you know, the Romans. They tried everything in their power to make it seem as it wasn't as bad as what it was. You know what I mean?
But hey, Shalom, GMS in his likeness. Shalom,
Shalom,
bro.
man.
Shalom. Yahabashim Yahushai Barakatah. Shalom. Khan, the water. Likewise, bro. But yeah, Elon Musk, man, he you know, when he threw up that sign, you can just see how the Edomites are the wicked, because they were all defending him, saying he was just throwing his heart out. That's bullshit, man. That's crazy, you know. But it just shows you the difference between good and evil in this world. Our people are the seed of the righteous, man. You know, the ways of the wicked seduce us and make our people turn our people into niggas and gangbangers and thoughts and hoes and stuff. But we're originally, you know, we were known as tender and delicate, man. You know, the city, the what was it? Is this the city that people call the perfection of beauty? Roughly paraphrasing, that's the reputation we once had in the world. But the ways of the wicked have seduced us and destroyed us by pushing gangster rap music on us and this and that. But our people naturally knew that he's throwing up Hitler, man, throwing up the Hitler sign, the Hitler salute. You know, because they're showing you where their head is at, what they're showing you what the deal is, man, without a doubt. You know, but our people are stupid as hell. A lot of our people are blind as hell. You know, can't see that. You know, they be joining these Edomite devils. Let me give you an example, right? Because our people are a joke, man, coons, man, 2/3, and they have to go, man. Sick of the sight of them. Watch this.
When I stood behind Israel, I wasn't looking for an award. I felt I did what was right. And when you choose your side, you stay on that side. And this is the side that I chose. I take my hat off to the soldiers, those warriors in Israel. I'm behind you guys once again, 100%. I'm all about peace. I'm all about love. I'm all about happiness. I truly want the soldiers to continue to hold your heads up high, continue to smile, continue to love one another, because life is short and all we have is our loved ones. And that's why love and your family is priceless. Let's continue to fight and stand behind one another. And once again, this is the side that I chose, and I will continue to stand behind this side right here. Thank you.
They don't
Throw
love
your
you.
ass to the wolves.
They don't love you, you silly coon. The hell, man. That's just vexing to see, but it is what it is, man. People like that, they don't matter, okay? Because they're getting ready to be destroyed anyway. To hell with them, you know? Rich ass coon, man. Highly invested in this world, man. Blinded. They don't realize that the people that they're loving so much, this is who they worship. Right here, this is their God. Bafi. I hope I don't get a strike for that image. I probably shouldn't have brought that out. But
Yeah, your
it is what it
thumbnail of
is.
this video is gonna be Buffy. They're gonna clip it. Hebrew Israelites, you know, worship Baphomet.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, this, you know, that's their God, man. Goat God with tits. which represents transformerism, man.
It's like that
You
video
know?
you brought out about the Judas goat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, man.
They're goat. That's why, you know, they popularized that term. Oh, he's the goat. He's my goat. Like, yeah, because you're, you know, worshiping after their idols, man.
I came across this video because I played a video where you could see Elon Musk tweaking, right? And I brought it out in my last lesson. And I came across this other one here. Check this out, man.
Is not who you think he is.
Damn demon.
You weren't trying to like do a mission. You're just trying to get data out of the thing. Yeah. And why do you embrace it, or how do you teach that culture even that it's okay when you're not even trying to like, SN8 is a perfect example.
Walking like the damn Terminator, man. Like a
He probably got the
T-1000. Huh?
He probably got the Neuralink chip, and while he was walking, that guy was asking him a question. He was getting like a YouTube ad or something, man.
Yeah, the damn YouTube ad downloading in his brain or something, man.
Crazy. That's a damn demon inside him trying to take over, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man. One sec, let me see what this bro's saying. Think about all those celebrities that bought that Tesla truck, and none of them going to turn in any of the Tesla vehicles. Yeah, can man.
Yeah,
they're
all a part of that system.
Yeah, yeah, because them Tesla trucks are basically to get you locked in the grid, man. That the Internet of Bodies. So that you because they don't want nobody living off grid, man. What does the book of Habakkuk say? Let's bring that out real quick. Let's start here. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time," Habakkuk 2 and 3. Right? So these prophecies, that's the vision, right? And it's for appointed time, which we know that time is now, man, because of all the prophecies happening. We know that the mark of the beast is coming. They're implementing it. I'm going to show you a clip or two in a minute that's going to back that up, right? So the vision is for an appointed time, which is now. It says, but at the end, it shall speak and not lie. So right now, it's speaking loud and clear. Okay? It's very clear what's going on, man. You still got people like IUIC that can't see it. Bugged out as hell, right? It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So it's coming, man. Regardless if you think it's taken a long time, it's going to come, man. Be patient. It says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up. I'm going to keep going because there's a point I want to get to. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not outright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That's talking about Esau, man. He's not right. This man, you saw that clip of Elon Musk walking like he's the damn Terminator. You know what I mean? And to be upright is to be honorable, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or something along those lines, like to be honorable or whatever. But this man is just a weirdo freak. They're a bunch of freaks and weirdos, man. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, which is his philosophies, right? So he transgresses according to his philosophies and stuff. It says he is a proud man, right? Most images you see of Donald Trump, he's looking like he's just a creep and a weirdo, man. Like he's just so he's full of pompous and pride, arrogance. It says neither keepeth at home. So the Edomites are always in other people's countries, stealing their resources. It says who enlargeth his desire is hell and is as death, right? Because everywhere he goes, he brings death. Everything he touches brings death. His medical system is death. His school system is the rap music he pushes on us. It's all death, 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 man. It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people, meaning he ain't allowing you to live off the grid. And finally, the cherry on top, the end of his NWO agenda is when he puts that microchip in you, man, and enslaves you all. Okay, that's the ultimate goal of their NWO agenda, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to add as well, where you said neither keepeth at home who enlarges his desire as hell. You can look at Trump right now, and Trump's talking about taking over Canada. You know, that's enlarging himself, right? He's talking about taking over Greenland as well. And one of the first things I heard about him wanting to take over Greenland is this, not only the strategic position of it, but the fact that it's got untapped resources, right? Obviously, there's a dispute where Greenland's like, no, this is Danish territory and we're not giving it up. There was that guy that stood in like the European Parliament and basically told Trump to F off, right? But Trump's obviously looking at that area as a strategic position, and that's like what the Edomites' characteristics are: take over people's lands.
The thief cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy, the scriptures
That's right.
say, and that's talking about him.
And I think they were even mentioning along the lines of even getting it to the point of military action if need be. You know, like that's them. They want the northern hemisphere to themselves. That's what the Edomites do, and people obviously are listening to Trump talking.
They want the whole world to
they're funny.
themselves. They're just devils, man. But that's a good point you made, because it brings to mind that they're also trying to take over the Gulf of Mexico and call it the Gulf of America, man. So these scriptures reign supreme. Okay, these scriptures tell you what's going on in this world. It puts everything into perspective. It lets you know who's who, what role they're playing, who to trust, who not to trust, right? But the people that you should be trusting, you call us hate preachers. You know, when we tell you to come back, we tell you who your power is, and you want to stick with JESUS, man, a hippie and a toga. Okay, you want Thor, right? Let me see what else
Let me
we
show you
got.
the screen.
Yeah, come on, the water. Yeah, check this out, because Esau is he's a cunning hunter, right? Scriptures talk about. Check this, man.
Dude, I swear that's Border Patrol. This is El Paso, Texas.
So basically, they got ice. It says up here, it says, is this ice? It says, are they disguising themselves, Salakia, as ice cream trucks? They've been here for more than 30 minutes. And I wouldn't put it past them, man, because that's how Esau gets down. He's very sneaky. And he's a cunning hunter, you know? That's one of his characteristics. So, you know, they're probably hiding in the cut, waiting to snatch up Jake, man. Let me bring this out real quick.
We are already seeing the impact of President Trump's executive order on gender identity when it comes to Americans' passports. A new directive from Secretary of State Marco Rubio instructs staff to freeze all passport applications with the gender-marked X for non-binary, as well as all requests with a gender change. The directive says, quote, "The policy of the United States is that an individual's sex is not changeable." The Pew Research Center estimates that more than 4 million Americans identify as transgender or non-binary.
Now, of course, that's going off, but the thing is, you people that trust in your sin, right? You wanted to live that lifestyle. Now it's backfiring on you, because since Trump's come into office, and you thought you had the liberty to be a flamer. You can do whatever you want. I'm free. I can be a Mo, right? Now it's backfiring on you, because if you are identifying as a non-binary or whatever, now your passport is blocked, basically, you know, which makes your life even harder because you trust in the shadow of Egypt. And when they tell you that you can have liberty to be what you want to be, do as thou wilt, when the Lord tells you the right way to live in this earth, and if you walk that path, it's going to be a path of peace, a path of safety. Okay. So, you know, that's why I wanted to bring that little short clip out. I just wanted to mention that, you know what I mean? And let me play this video real quick. Did you got something you wanted to say?
Yeah. I got a scripture that I wanted to bring out.
All
right, because it goes into what you were bringing out in the book of Habakkuk. You know, what was it you brought out in Habakkuk? Mine's just gone bad.
Habakkuk
chapter 2.
2 and 5.
No, I think it was 3.
Well, I think I started at 3 and then I worked my way to 5.
Yeah, so just touching on like my mind's
bring it out again?
Yeah, if you could, man. My mind's
Yeah.
literally just gone blank.
It's all good. We've been doing a long lesson. It is how it is sometimes. Go back to. Come on.
Yeah, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Yeah, one of mine is blank.
Here we go. Right, so it says Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
That's right, you know. So yeah, just to touch on that point, everything that we spoke about in this lesson, you know, is things that we're reading out of the Bible itself, out of the scriptures, you know, because the Lord has opened our eyes to see these visions, right? And now we're starting to see them come true. You know, we understand that the devil's coming down having great wrath because he knows that he got a short time left, right? And here we are, we've got the northern tribe being hunted, you know, by the predator, Esau, you know what I mean? That was his blessing. He was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. That was his blessing, right? I got if you want to share my screen, I got this precept I wanted to bring out just relating to that. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 11. And it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing where I sent it. Right. So again, we were talking about at the start of this lesson, you know, the famine coming. All the scriptures we brought out pointing to the famine. The Lord's, you know, the words that go forth out of the mouth of the Lord, they don't come back to him void. Like, they're gonna do what the Lord has said that they're gonna do. Famine's coming.
Yeah, prophecy is gonna trump everything, basically, right?
Exactly. You know,
so you ain't making America great again. Prophecy is gonna happen. Okay.
Exactly.
Prophecy says that I think I had that on deck.
Yeah. Before you bring that out, you know, I just want to say, but it shall accomplish that which I please. So, you know, the MOTB, the digital, you know, system is coming because the Lord has said it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know, like Habakkuk said, you know, though it tarry, though it's taken a long time, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You know, and I just wanted to bring that out because I think it's important to understand that, you know, the men of the Lord have been out here giving you the warning, letting you know that this is what's coming. Like, you need to seek the Lord because there is going to be no gray area where you think, oh yeah, we can prepare, you know, prepare food and get in a bunker and ride this thing out until, you know, emerge successfully. No, because the Lord has said that everything's going to come into judgment, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything, you know. And it's about that time. We're coming upon the time of Jacob's trouble, and this is where we are at the moment in the scriptures. That's why we reiterate over and over again how important it is, you know, to seek the Lord while you still have that opportunity, while the you know, that you know, ability to be able to seek the Lord while you have that opportunity to, you know, to seek him, you have, you know what I mean?
Okay. Right, let me bring this out real quick and then we'll continue on because it says, this is Jeremiah 51:6, flee out the midst of Babylon. And that doesn't mean flee physically. It means get your mind, you know, separate your mind from this place, man. Let it go. You ain't going to save America. America ain't going to be great again. All right. It says, and deliver every man his soul, meaning work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. as it states in Philippians 2:12, basically, right? You know, every man's accountable for his own salvation, man. It says, be not cut off in her iniquity, right? Because America is the land, I say like Vegas is the city of Sin City or whatever. America is in itself is Sin City. Okay. So don't be cut off in her iniquity because America's getting ready to be destroyed, and anyone that's down with it, man, anyone that's invested in it. It says, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance, he will render unto her a recompense. So it says, Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand, right? That made all the earth drunken, right? So the Lord has pushed their philosophies and their way of life, their westernized mindset upon the rest of these other countries, man, right? It says, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So the nations are not only crazy, but they're pissed off. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. So America, this is a future prophecy, meaning that America is going to be destroyed. And there's nothing that can do to change the words on the page of every Bible in America, in the world, right? And change prophecy, man. The Lord is not going to do something to make these words jumble around and change. It's set in stone, man. This is the word of the Lord, and it's written, man. It's thus saith the Lord, right? Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai. America's going to be destroyed. So there's nothing you can do to reverse prophecy and make America great again, right? It says, how for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. And that's basically like the Lord mocking and taunting you proud Americans, right? Because it's like we would have healed America, but she ain't gonna be healed. Like, it's like a way of mocking America because it ain't gonna be healed, right? It says, forsake her, and let every man go into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So the sin in America, the abominations that go on in America, has reached an all-time high, man. This is the time of Sodom, like Sodom and Gomorrah, like the time of Noah. So shall it be in the time of the son coming in the Son of Man, man. There's no excuse why we got sexy red, rap into our little toddlers, and our toddlers are dancing to her damn music, man. There ain't no excuse for that. When the damn degeneracy reaches that level, it's a wrap. This place is through, man. There ain't no healing this place, man. There ain't no making America great again. Okay, you gotta forsake her, just like scriptures just said, man. All right. So let me see what else we got. I'm gonna show you where this is all headed, because this is what they want right here. Check this out.
Announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States, and very, very quickly moving very rapidly.
What an interesting name to pick. Stargate, like a portal to a different realm. I guess it's just a coincidence that back in the 70s, the US Army had the Stargate project. And for those who do not know, it was a secret US Army project that was ran by the Defense Intelligence Agency, NSRI International, a California contractor, to investigate the potential for psychic phenomena in military and domestic intelligence applications. Now, a short summary of the Stargate project was that it was primarily involved in remote viewing and using the psychic ability to see events, sites, or information from a great distance. So this is a very interesting and telling name for Trump to use with this entire new AI program. Not to mention how a Stargate or portal reminds me of CERN. The large Hadron Collider in Switzerland that looks like a portal, which coincidentally has 666 for its logo, and also has the Hindu god Shiva, the god of destruction, with a portal around him right out front of CERN. I'm sure it's just a coincidence, Oh yeah, and CERN also created the World Wide Web, WWW, which in Hebrew can be translated to 666, since the Va is the sixth letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Now, for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, this right here should not surprise you, because we know this guy right here was the Trojan horse for the technocracy, the bio-digital convergence that he will be ushering in. And he is building the infrastructure for the beast system right in front of our eyes. This is the Novus Ordo Secularum that they are ushering in, or how Trump likes to call it, the Golden Age.
Proudly proclaim that the golden age of America is upon us.
And this right here is the golden age that he's speaking about. The bio-digital convergence, which is the merging of biological and digital technologies to create new applications and technologies, which in the future will use the Internet of Things to connect us to Web3. Ultimately using this new generation of wireless technology that will connect humans and machines. As we can see right here, that new generation of technology is all about networks, human and machine. And we can look back at 2019 of who wants to bring this technology. He wants that and even that technology. And this is the ultimate agenda, the transhumanist agenda to merge man with machine, merging man with artificial intelligence. We are closer than ever before to merging human brains with the cloud. And this came out in 2019. And this is why we are witnessing the unity within the billionaires to bring this agenda forth. And this is also why we saw propaganda at a crazy level coming from these tech oligarchs. And just in case you didn't know, these guys right here do not have your best interest at heart. And they are not even trying to hide their goal and agenda, as we can see right here, coming from the SoftBank CEO. Coming very, very soon is AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. And then super intelligence is the goal in what will be the beginning of a golden age for America. Now remember, they are trying to sell you this golden age utopia of artificial intelligence, but in reality, it will be a dystopian world using artificial intelligence through surveillance for complete control. And the way they are going to reach this end goal is through the Hegelian dialectic, the problem reaction solution. So the problem, we had our borders wide open. The reaction, people are fed up. They want something done. The solution, let's declare a national emergency at the border. That way they can install some type or some form of digital identification.
We will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately.
And this is what I like to call the Tower of Babel 2.0, connecting everybody together through technology to rebel against God. As we could see with Starlink, Neuralink, blockchain, internet, World Wide Web, it is all about using technology to link us all together in capturing mankind.
The merge scenario with AI is the one that seems like probably the best. Like if you can't beat it, join it.
So again, this right here should not surprise anybody who has eyes to see and ears to hear about where we are going, how he is bringing in the fourth industrial revolution, merging man with machine. Now, everything that he is doing that looks good on the surface, it is setting the trap. It is placing the bait, waiting for people to bite, and then hook, line, and sinker, they are done into the deception, and people have already fallen for it. And this video is not for those who have fallen for this deception.
So that's where this is headed, man. They're trying to merge people with machines and have you hooked up to the cloud, basically, right?
That's literally what I was saying before, man. Problem
yeah.
reaction solution.
And a lot of these people out here are already invested in that because they've got nanotechnology swimming around in their veins right now, man. You know, so they're already trackable by Bluetooth. I've already put that to the test. Yeah, I can tell if somebody's juiced up because they'll pop up on my phone. I can see them on my Wi-Fi, on my Bluetooth, man. That's crazy. But that's just, you know, that's the start of the deception, man. But ultimately, they're gonna put that MOTB in your body, and then you're gonna be their perpetual slave, man. And this is the plans they got for you, to shove you in 15-minute prison cities and stuff, man. 15-minute cities, which is like a prison. But The Lord ain't gonna allow it to go that far anyway, man. I got a precept on that. Let's first bring out this one here. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? So Satan ain't going to deceive the elect. He ain't going to get an advantage over the elect. It says, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You know, Lord willing, we're a part of that, but the elect won't be deceived, man. They're not ignorant of his devices, you know? And this is where prudence comes into play. You got to be prudent in these end times because we're living in very dangerous and evil times, man. You know, and a lot of our people take it as a joke. They think they think shit's sweet, man. All right, yeah, keep that same energy. You're gonna find out, man. But they ain't gonna be able to they ain't gonna be able to finish their plans because this one right here, Job 5:12 says he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, right? Esau and these elites. The Lord is going to disappoint their devices. It says so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. But don't get too excited because that doesn't mean that a lot of you people ain't going to get chipped up, man. You know, it just means that, you know, they're going to be chipping people up for a certain period of time and the elect are going to resist, right? And then when it seems like all hope is lost and, you know, they're about to achieve their NWO agenda and then get the rest of you chipped up, the ones that resist, then that's when the Lord's going to show up and destroy those that didn't have faith. Okay? They're going to be plagued first with a grievous sore, and then they're going to be nuked, man. They're going to be cooked. Okay? Which is what the Bible calls a lake of fire, man. You got anything you want to bring out?
No, I've gone through all the precepts that I had.
Okay. And think about all those celebrities that bought the Tesla truck.
Yeah, I think you already read that.
We read that, didn't we? And then 1 Corinthians 10:21. If you could post the actual precept, that would be better, bro. All right. It just makes things a lot easier rather than me having to dig it up. Yeah, it'd be good if I could just read it off the screen. It just helps us save time and stuff. But I'll do it this time. I'll dig it up. So it's what? 1 Corinthians 10:21. Let me see. 1 Corinthians, because I'm not too sure what that precept is, but we'll figure it out. 10:21. It says, ye cannot. Oh, am I sharing my screen?
No.
Let me do that real quick. I always seem to forget. 1 Corinthians 10:21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils.
Yeah.
That's right, man. You know, you're either down with this world or you're down with the Lord. There's no gray area. There's no in-betweens, man. Okay? The Lord don't deal with lukewarmness. You know? Good precepts, right. Let me see if I got anything else because I think we might wrap this up in just a sec. All right, let me play this clip real quick. And then I got a precept I want to bring out on that, and then we'll close it out, I think.
Finally, we've all left our wallets at home before, but forgetting your ID could soon be a thing of the past. The UK will reportedly issue digital driving licenses. The digital ID will be made available through a government app in an effort to make people's lives easier.
Digital ID must be accepted by U.S. citizens by 2028 or risk exclusion from society. Christian, are you going to be ready?
Watch out for 666. Watch out for 666.
So that's where this is headed, man. They got the it says China citizens uses biometric IDs, and it says this is America's future, and that's true. Every word of that is true, man. So this is paving the way for the MOTBB system, okay? And the scriptures speak about this, man. And they're talking about getting digital IDs in the UK, and they're talking about doing it at the border of Mexico for the migrant crisis. And they're also saying that, you know, Bill Gates is saying that it must be accepted in the US by 2028 or be excluded from society. Where have we heard that before? What's that?
That first clip of that Chinese lady, I look at that as like, because they're under that social credit score system, right? So I look at that as she was trying to get through those gates and it wouldn't open for her. You know what I mean? Could be that obviously her score wasn't high enough, and that's literally the system, the type of control that Esau wants. You know, he wants that control of, oh well, you know, you've reached your quota for this month, so now you can't travel beyond this point. You know what I mean? And that's what people are signing up for when they accept the RFID CHIP, you know. But again, like the scriptures are very clear that it says anyone that, you know, receives the MOTB, the micro CHIP, and or worships the image of the beast, you know, they'll be burned with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and of the Lamb. You're going to be cooked. You know, roughly paraphrase Revelation 14 and 9, I believe.
It's all good, bro. Yeah, he said he was driving, no problem. Yeah, just you know, it's just easier if he wasn't driving, but yeah, we understand. No worries, bro. Let me bring out Revelations 13 and 16, right? Because this is a vision that John the Revelator had in the Isle of Patmos, right? Like thousands of years ago, man. So you know, the vision that the vision of Habakkuk, that he said, the Habakkuk said the vision is for an appointed time, but that at the end it shall speak and not lie. So now is the time where this vision, these prophecies are speaking loud and clear. And this is one of the visions that was given to John the Revelator on the Isle of Patmos. It says, and he causeth all, he being the devil, Esau, right? And the elites, the WEF and all that, the people that rule the world, the powers that be, right? It says he causeth all, right? Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which you go into that meaning of mark, it's charagma, which means an incision or an etching in the skin, you know. Karax is basically an incision. It lets you know that it's a physical mark, okay? Not every word mark in the Bible is the same. Just like John 3:16, when you're dealing with the word world, there's three different words for the word, three different meanings for the word world. And it's the same when you're dealing with the mark. There are scriptures that speak about spiritual mark, thawa, a mark of exemption, right? But this particular mark goes into charagma, and this is very important for you to understand. So don't listen to anybody that tells you not to dip into the Hebrew to get the full understanding, okay? So it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and it doesn't just mean right hand. It's just the right hand is the most dominant hand. Most people are right-handed. That's why it says right hand. It can be in your left too, Okay. And the forehead is going into the Neuralink brain chip, which that's going to be more of a luxury type thing. I mean, not everybody's going to be forced to have a brain chip. It's going to be the hand mainly for transactions and stuff, but people are going to be able to purchase that Neuralink, man. You know, which is like probably for the more richer people, you know, to that really want to get into like proper, you know, play video games with their brain and all that. But either way, they're both going to have the same things where you can buy and sell with these marks, man, in your right hand or your forehead. And if you don't have either one, then you're going to be excluded from society, right? So he calls it all. It says that no man might buy or sell, meaning you're excluded from society, basically. You can't buy at our shops. You can't make transactions. You can't make any purchases, this and that. That no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? So you either you got to pledge allegiance to this system by taking that microchip in the very near future. This is where it's headed, man. So we bring this out a lot, but you know, we have to drill it in your head. We have to embed it in your head because it's very important. This is one of the most, if not the most important prophecies of all prophecies, man. And you gotta be in the mind state to resist that. Scriptures speak about, you know, if you've come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. This is gonna be the hour of temptation that is gonna come upon the whole world. The Bible says, man. Okay. And if you ain't built up enough to be able to say F you to his beast system, you know, if you ain't got enough faith to go through these trials that you're getting ready to, you possibly might go through, then, you know, you gonna end up taking it, man. You know, because they're gonna come out with all types of ways, this orchestrated famine. They're gonna come out with an orchestrated famine to starve you into submission, man. And when people are hungry, they're gonna be having a whole change of heart, man. It's easy saying I ain't gonna take it now, you know, but people really don't understand what they're saying because they don't understand the pressure that's gonna be on them to take it when their children are crying because they're hungry and this and that. It's ugly times we're coming into. That's why you gotta stay prayed up, okay? Because trusting in Donald Trump you're gonna fail, man. You're gonna be cast into the lake of fire, you know, which isn't a place underground in a place called hell where you burning forever, like Christians think. It just means that you're gonna be in America when it's nuked. That's the lake of fire, because looking down from them chariots, it's gonna appear as a lake of fire because the whole continent is gone. The whole land of America from coast to coast, desolate with fire, man. Gonna be utterly burnt with fire. Okay. Now, I think we're gonna close out here, man, because my brain is feeling tired now. It's been a long lesson, 2 hours and a half. All right. You got anything you want to bring out?
No, we're good. I think the point's been made.
All right. Thawada for tuning in. Thawada to you brothers on the comment board. And you know, partaking in this lesson and tuning in, Thawada. And Lord willing, you were edified, okay? You know. Hey, Thawada, bro. Thawada, GMS in his likeness.
Yeah, Thawada.
Edifying, Thawada. All right. Yeah, shalom to you too, bro. Shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Lord willing, we'll see each other on a chariot one day, man. You know what I mean? I would say in the flesh, but we're going, you know, Lord willing, if we're on a chariot, we're going to be in them new bodies anyway. You know what I mean? So I won't say in the flesh, but see each other in person, Lord willing. All right. Yeah, man. All right. Close out here. We're going to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wadash.
All right. Shalom, brothers.
Shalom.